Hello, my name is Betty Green, and I've attended Greater St. John Missionary Baptist Church for over 70 years. And as we prepare to celebrate our 100th year anniversary as a church, we want to do something that would be different and exciting. We're going to have interviews with descendants of founders of our church. And our church started from very humble beginnings, but it has grown with a large faith-based community that we have here at Greater St. John Missionary Baptist Church. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce to you Virginia Chisholm.
Thank you, Betty. I'm excited to be able to share this information.
Virginia, could you tell us, when did your family come to Greater St. John?
My family came to Greater St. John in 1946.
Oh, that's a nice long time. Yes. Okay, and why did they come to Greater St. John?
Actually, my family relocated here from Greenwood, Mississippi in 1946, and where they lived, 111 North Jackson Street, all the neighbors went to St. John. And so that's how my mother and family ended up here.
Yes, because I had noticed that our church is a community-based church. And also, could you tell me what activities did your mother participate in here at Greater St. John?
My mother was involved in what was known as the Willing Workers, the Eastern Star, missionaries, and Sunday school.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to tell me about your mother?
Absolutely. My mother's name was Lavada Lark, and Madia, as she was fondly called by most people that knew her. She was a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, aunt, and known in the community as Madia. Often described as the critical link in the family, acknowledged by both sides of her family. My mother was married to Jeffrey Lark Sr., my daddy, on December 25th, 1939. The marriage lasted for 53 years until Madia's death. My parents truly believe God created the family and He offers the blessings of children as a gift. Born to this union were 11 children, 6 daughters and 5 sons. 3 born in Mississippi, 1 in Lima, Ohio on the way to South Bend, and the other 7 were born in South Bend. The young family relocated from Greenwood, Mississippi by way of Lima, Ohio to South Bend in 1945, part of the Great Migration from the South to the North in the 1940s. Their first home after getting settled was at 111 North Jackson Street, South Bend, Indiana. The first order of business after moving in was to find a good Baptist church. And many of the neighbors, as I indicated, attended St. John, which was located about 2 blocks away from Jackson Street. The Lark family has a rich and long history with St. John. My mother's favorite scripture was Psalm 27:4. The one thing I ask of the Lord, the thing I seek most, is to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, delighting in the Lord's perfections and meditating in His temple. In 1946, Lavada Lark joined St. John, where all 11 of her children later joined and were baptized and grew up serving in St. John. From those 11 children came 1 deacon, Robert, 1 trustee, Edward, 1 minister, Lamar, 1 Sunday school superintendent, Laura. Not to mention Sunday school teachers, BTU leaders, choir members, usher board leaders, and state officers. 4 of her 6 daughters were married at St. John. I could have no greater joy than to hear that my children are following the truth. 3 John 1:4. My parents celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary at St. John in 1989 with all their children. And even though my mother was a busy person, she worked a full-time job, she always found time for service at the church. She was a part of the Willing Workers, Eastern Star, missionaries, and the pastor's aide, to mention a few. Madia was known in the community as Madia because of all her kids and all their friends, but also because of her job at Memorial Hospital as a nurse assistant on the OB floor for over 30 years. She would often meet young women who were abandoned by family and would take them in and help them get on their feet. She often used her Christian experience to encourage and support women who were suffering due to miscarriage or stillbirths. Madia loved her church and her church family and was forever telling her children that the church people may not be perfect, but they are the best people to be around. A mother's love is forever, and she is always by your side through struggles, just like God. Proverbs 31:31.
Okay, Virginia, could you tell us quickly, why are you still at St. John?
Probably because of my family's long history here at this church and the commitment I have to the Baptist faith.
Thank you, Virginia. We will continue with this series of talking with the descendants of the founders of our church, and this will continue until October 2022. Thank you so very much.